to Ladies of the Evening. You know, this day and age, we're all running around so much, and we have so much on our plate that sometimes we really do just forget how to breathe. And so today we have a very special guest with us, a breath specialist. Miss Brenda Swope is here to tell us how to breathe and how important it is to know the art of breathing. So please welcome her to our show. Hi! It's so very nice to meet you. We're all very excited and very anxious for you to educate us about breathing. So please, take a seat.
Oh, I thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here as well.
I also understand that you recently wrote a children's book describing the importance and the process of breathing.
Well, yes, actually it's called Tate Takes a Breath. It was such a fun process because I don't want kids to only, understand the process of breathing, but I just want them to understand the importance of just sometimes relaxing and taking a nice deep breath.
Right, and excellent. So can you describe, as you did in your book, to our viewers how the breathing process works?
Oh, well, certainly. I'll start at the beginning. Our brain sends a signal.
Very nice place to start.
Our brain, it sends a signal to the rest of our body every time we need to take in a breath. This signal takes place subconsciously, and it tells our ribs to kind of expand and our diaphragm to contract.
Well, where and what is a diaphragm?
A diaphragm is actually located right underneath our lungs, and as I described in the book, it's shaped like a parachute. Do you remember seeing that?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yes.
So every time that we breathe in, it contracts upward like a parachute would.
Okay.
So,
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I never really thought about it that way, but you said that our ribs actually expand?
Well, yes, we actually have a series of, they're called intercostal muscles.
Okay.
They live in between like our ribs, and they push outward every time that, we take a breath in. And so if you kind of just, feel in between there, it feels pretty weird, doesn't it?
That does feel quite weird. But you know what? Actually, I think it's time for us to take a quick break, and here's a word from our sponsors, okay? They whispered. As a talk show host, I think people sit on their couches every day. And I think it's really important to have a good, stable couch that you can really rely on. And I recommend Coleman Custom Couches for a talk show, to any talk show host that uses a good couch. And you know what? They're even Tom Cruise proof.
New apartment.
First time.
Do you want the cookie?
She's done. Ladies of the Evening. Now, Brenda, you were just talking about the intercostal muscles?
Yes, the intercostal muscles, and as the ribs expand, they help do that. So as all of this is happening, the air is taken in through our mouth or our nose as we inhale, and that's the first part of breathing.
Well, now what is the second part of breathing, as you would?
Well, as all of the oxygen that we just took in gets transferred through our entire body, it gets passed through, our blood and through the rest of our body. Like I just actually repeated myself. So when the carbon dioxide in our bodies move to our lungs, we exhale it then, and that's the second part.
And now in your book you talk a lot about the process of exhaling. Can you describe that to our viewers?
Oh, well yes. Our abdominal muscles and our transversus, they contract to push all of the carbon dioxide out.
Now, what is this transvertus that you talk about?
The transversus.
Oh.
It's a large muscle behind the abdominals, and I like to kind of picture it as a wrestler's belt.
Okay, so like the WWE wrestlers, like their championship belts. Okay,
that exactly. And as we engage this and our ribs contract, they go back to the initial position before we took our first breath. And then we exhale through our nose or our mouth, and then we've taken a full breath.
Well, excellent. Wow. Is there anything else that you'd like to add about breathing?
Well, I think it's important for everyone to know the process of breathing. but I also think it's important for everyone to realize what breathing does for you. I mean, a good breath can help us calm down or focus or just relax. And, it can actually factor a lot into how our day goes. And, sometimes we actually often fall into the habit of not breathing enough or breathing too shallow. Yeah. So we need to remember, to breathe more and just breathe a little deeper.
Right. I mean, breathing can actually be quite cathartic, and I'm not sure that everybody, realizes how important it is.
Yes.
Well, I know that I will certainly focus a lot more on my breath after hearing about all of this wonderful information.
Good.
And thank you for coming to our show, Brenda. I must say, you really have taken our breath away. And I'm so happy to announce that everybody in our studio audience will be going home with a copy today of Tate Takes a Breath. And you get a book. And you get a book. And you get a book. And you get a book.
Well, thank you so much for having me, and I hope that everyone really does enjoy their book.
Oh, of course. Thank you so much. Well, that's all tonight, ladies of the evening. See you next time, girls. This has been an H35 production.